Prepare for action! Prepare for adventure! Prepare for a familiar fate! On the quest for the Quantum Rose! And welcome back to Quest for the Quantum Rose. When last we had left our characters, they had just defeated, apparently, the mastermind of a heist disguised as a infect virus takeover of the local mall. Unfortunately, the heroes have also just witnessed a giant nanite slime being set loose and worming its way into the power generator to do who knows what.
Well, I'm interested to know what.
Wait, did we all see it, or did just Kala and Kaxos see it though?
I believe it was just the two of them, because the others were rather preoccupied. And if I'm remembering correctly, Kala actually was hanging out over by the security gate that blocked entrance to the power room.
Yeah, if you load up Roll20, we should still be exactly where we left off.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, Cal was specifically hanging out with the slime.
Cool.
And her parents were always worried about who should be hanging out with.
No, they weren't.
Although maybe they should have been.
Probably.
Okay, so who wants to do what?
So are we? I mean, because I missed the last part of the
Okay,
combat.
so yeah, sort of just to recap, they shot down the android lady in white, and she gave them the name of her masters that you will never defeat Lord Omnihilus. And she died, and then the blue screen swarm basically got cut to ribbons by Willow.
Because it made the mistake of attacking someone with no tech on it, aka you.
Yeah, so it tried to eat you up and got nowhere because all of its main offenses were based around disabling technology, which you have none of. So yeah, you just tanked a bunch of blue screen bugs. Yeah, so now with that recap, everyone probably take stock of your injuries and do any patching up. Also, you notice that there is a command override in effect on the control panel in green, located there, just next to you two, Willow and Valerie.
I'll try to find Kala, so I'll start moving.
Okay.
The hallway back.
I
Willow,
wanna hack the
Correos.
Second.
You go, Cal.
Sorry, I was just saying, I want to hack the security door. I want to see what this ooze is doing.
Okay. Go ahead and try to do that.
While you're doing that, Willow, Correos, how you holding up?
A little scraped up. I just did a roll number on me, but otherwise I'm okay. We'll look at my blasters. Do they look like, or like anything that my tech that would have touched her, or she would have potentially slashed? Does it anything look like it's been kind of damaged or potentially infected?
So, you don't see any traces of the N-virus on your equipment, and the disabled devices that got chewed on by the blue screen bugs, they come back after a minute. Like they boot back up normally.
Right.
So no lasting damage from that attack, except for your hit points.
Yeah.
22 on the hack.
Doesn't look like.
Okay, you do succeed in disabling the laser door.
What the hell is going on here?
You are greeted as you come around the corner by a very curious gray-black pseudopod, kind of like doing this business and like regarding you. It seems almost like investigative, like it's detecting you, as it were.
Like kind of like Flubber.
Okay, I'm assuming I see the Arcane Warhead at this point.
Mhm.
So,
It is in front of you. It is round and has like lines of arcane force, almost like circuitry, but not quite, in like a red glowing aura, kind of etched along the sides, and is sort of like scrap welded Junkyard Wars style chassis to the bombshell, and what looks like a toolbox with a like arcane digital readout. Basically, it's like prestidigitation has been commodified into like little LEDs, effectively, right? So it's got a little ticking countdown on it now.
okay. So, no.
Currently reached 5 minutes.
Lovely. Not to disrespect our current bomb technician, but Kala's going to look over at this thing, point over to the bomb, and say, "Can you stop?"
The slime is going to like kind of regard the bomb, and then look back at you, and then look back at the bomb, and it'll ripple starting from the bottom up, almost like a full body shrug, and then start oozing its way over, and it gloms under the side of the bomb and just starts sort of spreading into the cracks, and you can see where it's like filling up the seams of the arcane circuitry, and some of it gets into the control box, and you just see it sort of just lay against the side of it and hug it for a few minutes. So I'm going to roll its technology check. Hot diggity damn. So, as it turns out, nanite slimes are actually hella smart. This thing rolled like a 24 on its technology check.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Smarter than me.
yeah, you hear some rustling and like a flicker and a very brief alarm klaxon as like the counter goes from like 440, 439, and then 0, and then abruptly the lights cut out on the control panel, and you see like the you remember I said it was a toolbox
Mhm.
that had been retrofitted in. The lid of the toolbox with the display pops open, and the pseudopod of the slime shows up, lifting up, and it is currently chewing through an arcane capacitor.
Okay. First thing.
If
I'm gonna-
anything can be said to have an expression on this thing, it looks smug.
No, I completely understand. Kala would nod, and to it she would say, "Well, thank you. I didn't actually think that would work." And then over the comms, she's going to report, "Well, we don't have to worry about the arcane bomb exploding, but we still have this ordnance just sitting here. Any ideas?"
It's still trying to chew up the bomb. Like it took care of the important bits first, but now it's setting about eating up the actual framework of the metal.
Oh, okay.
You can start to see things like pitting and like collapsing in on itself almost in places. You remember that gallium video?
Which one?
I'm sorry. So basically, there's a video out there with what happens when you combine liquid gallium with raw aluminum. In effect, it eats it.
Oh, that one with the little cube that goes into the ooze?
No, different, but the motion's the same as that. So yes, that's a very good kind of visual cue for how the thing moves. But in this
Okay.
case, it's consuming the metal from the inside out.
Okay. In that case, I change my report and say, we no longer have to worry about the Arcane Warhead. It seems my friend here is eating it.
It had a little
Okay.
indigestion just now. I don't know if the audio pickup got that from my side, but there was a big ass thunderclap just now outside.
I heard something, but I didn't realize it was thunder.
That
Hey,
was
Kala, I know we're pretty lax on these comms here between us since you guys aren't commissioned, but maybe if you could explain that
a hit outside.
piece of slang to me. What do you mean eating it?
It's, from what I can tell, it's a nanite entity. It oozed its way through the vents, completely bypassing security, and then after I hacked the door through security, I met it at the bomb and asked it to take care of it. It is currently consuming the bomb.
Would,
I look at like Correos. I cut my comm like
So Valerie and Caxos are gonna see like one of the amoeboid technicians like bustle past you, like just kind of out.
hey, bud, stop. Hey, you, come here.
It gel like if you try to reach out and grab its arm, it's just gonna like ooze through you and continue on its way until it stops and
Good.
sees the nanite slime eating the bomb, and at which point it's going to kind of like and burble a little bit and sort of like tap its foot impatiently and wait for the thing to finish its meal.
we can go past this blue area, right?
Yeah, that's been disabled. There was a laser field there before, but it is dormant now.
Kala just looks. Not Kala. You're Kala. Willow just looks at this thing and just leans over to the amoeboid and just goes, "Can it process that? Like, isn't that just raw, destructive, arcane power?
I think it's like if we eat corn, it may not be able to process everything, but I mean like it gets something out of it. And it's no longer corn.
You can respect that.
So it'll turn its eye spots towards you and appear to consider the question, and he'll say, "Well, anything he can't digest, he just spits out."
The most important thing is that the station is no longer under the threat of an arcane warhead.
Mental note, just like Axos.
Willow's eyes just like sort of just get a little wide at that. Just like, would it spit out? Like, would it know to leave the core of it intact so that it can at least contain the arcane energy inside of it, and not just unleash a pure burst of like bomb energy stuff?
Oh, I don't know if you're aware of this, but they can eat it. He'll suck on that charge for like a month, like a big jawbreaker.
Okay.
Hey, my dude. A, do you have a name? And B, in addition to a name, do you have a Geiger counter? Because is this safe to be in here?
I mean, we're outside of the shielding for the power core, and that's going to be inert here pretty soon. I think we'll be okay. And I'm Aleph.
Well, nice to meet you. I'm
What?
Dr. Boucher.
Likewise.
The minute that Val brought up the whole concept of radiation, everyone would notice that Willow just took a big step backwards.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chris is just sulking.
Oh,
I wanted,
there.
I wanted the bomb.
I
I do
cast
apologize.
support on you.
I do apologize, but it was an option. It was a possible viable course of action, and I didn't know if you were injured and where you were from the previous room.
Fair.
Willow's just like, no, don't worry about it. I was thinking about letting it out anyhow when I first saw it, see if it would eat the infect, but
It's not like they would have let you keep it.
yeah, I wasn't really keen on doing it once we realized that once I remembered, oh yeah, N virus. The concept of a N virus infected nanite swarm didn't really seem like the cons outweighed the pros. in that
Oh,
thing.
yeah, no. And in case there was any question, it definitely does not appear to be infected, as it were.
And actually, curiosity. Do I need a roll to check myself for N virus? Because my arm is mechanical.
Go ahead and make a medicine check.
Oh, thank God. I'm not gonna trust my dice. My dice are fucking
Cursed.
wild. Let's see, medicine.
Roll20 has its own
Dice roller.
dice
No,
roller.
I know.
And there's also D&D Beyond if you have any character sheets in that. They have virtual dice. You get to
Yeah,
see
the
it.
end Beyond is way quicker if you have.
Or the dice channel on our Discord if you want to use that.
It's not a biological fact, so I don't know it.
You can
I
also
rolled
go
a
into-
nat 1.
You can also go into your character
Yeah,
sheet.
you're very convinced that you are infected, regardless of the truth of that fact.
You
Say
can also
what,
open your
January?
character sheet and just roll it from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of just typing the command in.
That's amazing.
So,
The doctor
tried-
rolls in at 1.
to be fair, I was rolling a lot of medicine checks in the last session, and I was on fire. So, I mean, I guess this is fair.
This is true.
So, what
I will say,
what do I think I know?
I will say this is you're fairly certain that your hand is moving when you're not looking at it. Out of the corner of your eye.
Yeah.
Your left hand maybe not know what the right hand is doing. Might be time for a new one.
I'm going to just take off my fucking left arm.
Holy
Oh,
hell.
you can do that too. I will shake my leg in my hand.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you did that.
Lil just smirks and just can't help with herself but snark at twinsies.
Have you ever been so angry you just ripped off your leg and started beating the motherfucker?
So,
To be fair, he didn't
The
rip
minute
it
she
off.
says that though, she blanches like,
I-
oh crap, I just said that out loud. That was awful of me.
actually, wait. In response to you saying that, I'm like, cool, now you get to hold this.
Takes it.
I know you always wanted to hold my hand.
So, avoiding the pun, Kala's going to turn towards the amoeboid and just ask straight up, can you recharge our ship?
He's left the room. Kind of without you noticing, he went back to check on his systems that he left unattended there.
Oh, fuck. I guess I would head back that direction then.
Willow falls and just looks at Colin and just goes, he might not be able to, but we talked to the security guy. He might be able to get us some favors for doing this.
Everyone make a perception check.
16.
22.
9.
Okay, Kala, you hear the sound of a teleporter going off.
I got a 14.
Yeah, 12.
Okay, nobody under a 15 can hear this though. So
I almost did.
yeah, it's on the other side of a couple of walls and around a corner, and I think really Kala only got it by virtue of the fact that she was closest to the vent.
Big cat ears.
That too.
I'll just say, big cat ears. Was anybody expecting guests? The teleporter just went off.
Oh,
Hey Willow, can you hand me that back? I might need it.
Yep. Just
Always hurts when you put it back on. Nerves reconnecting. Ah.
oh, you can put it back on. That's impressive. I can do that.
Hey.
That's very cool.
the minute that Kala says they were be expecting company, after she hands it back the arm back, she just puts a hand right at her holster for the blasters.
As soon as I get my hand, like, booted up and everything, I got my rifle ready.
Okay, so what do you do?
So,
You're still standing in a room next to a gigantic arcane generator. To your left, you notice this giant, basically golden. What do they call those gyroscope balls? You know, the one. It's got
It's
all
like
the rings
a-
around it. It's
I think
concentric
it's called a
rings.
gyroscope.
Well,
it's like
okay.
the Event Horizon 1.
Yeah, a little bit, but much faster, much more energetic, and there's like a sphere in the middle of it that's just apparently going just 1,000 revolutions per minute, just going, and there's like rapid fire pulses of arcane energy going kind of in a circular pattern around it as it spins. It seems
Anybody
like
know what that is?
that.
Interesting.
You don't need to even make an intelligence check for that. Callie, you know that's the generator to this facility.
And I will answer with that.
Meanwhile, I'm going to become one with the shadows and take a little investigation out. See what the heck that was. With an
Do
18
you
for
mind-
stealth.
Do you mind if I tag along?
Go ahead.
Alright, and I will also roll stealth. Can you give me a d20 plus I got a 14 on stealth. I'm trying to cramp revive Willow.
You are medium stealthy. Willow is rather more stealthy. In any case,
Oh shit, yeah.
when you two sneak your way around up in that corner, you hear kind of the little slurpy footsteps of an amoeboid in the hallway.
Just
Does that look like the guy we met?
It does resemble Seraph, in fact.
I don't aim my gun at him then. Shit.
Son of
Willow
a
kind of
bitch.
relaxes as well.
His name is Seraph,
And he's a security guy.
as in Seraph Industries.
No, as in Sans Seraph.
Yeah, I was about to say Sans Seraph.
But
probably.
also as in Sheriff.
Okay.
Sheriff Seraph?
Don't worry.
Did-
I
did
just
you
got the
forget
same
about
joke,
that one?
Sage.
I did.
Yeah, I was thinking Deus Ex.
Oh, no, not Seraph. Sorry. That would have been good, though.
Actually,
we
I
do
think
have
it's spelled the same way, but regardless.
It's
Okay.
not, but
So,
we'll do that in chat later.
so, Willow, you and I are going towards the teleporters.
Yeah, we'll since it is Seraph, we've seen him before, so we can just approach him, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
just
fine
walk
with
up.
that.
Yeah, so as you approach, like, he rounds, but, like, refrains from drawing as soon as he recognizes who you two were. You're pretty distinguishable, and you don't look like robots, especially.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I kind of.
Yeah, but you're familiar. Like, you're known.
Fair.
It's okay.
You aren't glowing red death.
Yeah,
I'm
so
going to be death.
he burbles happily. Glad to see you guys not dead. So, well done, heroes. I guess you took care of the crisis down here.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, I love adventures. You can always count them in a pinch. So look, most of the rest of the mall station is still being purged. We've got the Sepulchre Knights on the job clearing out the rest of the Invect. There's a lot of infected automatons on this mall, so it's going to take them a few hours to get it really cleaned out of here.
Do you know where I could get myself checked out? Because I'm thinking I'm having and I raise my hand and I don't know if I'm doing this myself.
You have like psychosomatic twitching that you don't believe you're doing yourself, but like really you are because you have like Munchausen syndrome.
Damn. All right. I'm like, okay, so I might be infected. I don't know. Worried about it. Any place I can get that checked out?
Well, hold on 1 second. And like a comm piece kind of floats up out of the jelly in the middle of him, and up towards like his neural cluster, and he bubbles something in amoeboid that you can't quite make out, and like appearing to consider the answer, he says, "Yeah, we've got one of the sales and service decks is clear. We can get you checked out, maybe get you guys some new equipment, maybe some healing."
Happy that?
Yeah. Not be averse to any of that.
Can you recharge the ship?
I think there might be somebody who could help you with that. So here, I'll set you to the right destination. And he walks over to the telepad, and he keys in a sequence for you. There you go. So, just go through the portal. It'll take you where you need to be.
Kaz, you want to stick around with them, get some healing? Maybe regrow your leg?
Well, it will regrow on its own. It's already almost there. But I could get some sleep, and I'm pretty exhausted. Yeah.
Okay. Stick with them. You get some rest. I'll talk to the guys about recharging the ship, and we'll see about getting back on our way.
Now that Val's pretty sure she doesn't have to fight, she just lets her rifle drop down to the sling and takes her arm back off. Like this, I don't know if this is gonna get the other parts of me, so I'm just gonna take this off real quick.
Okay, so who's going through the teleporter and who's staying around?
I'm going.
Okay.
I'm going.
Where's the teleporter
Yeah, I think we're all
key to?
going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I thought you guys were all going to the sales division to get checked out and get some healing. I was just going to go talk to the nerd about getting our ship recharged so we can get on our way as quick as possible.
Yeah,
Well,
end up
they're
being
all
in
on the
same
same
spot.
deck. They're all
Yeah.
they're in different areas of the same deck.
Okay. So we are all going to the teleporter then,
Yeah, okay.
I think.
Oh, actually, I'm taking off both my arm, putting it in my backpack, and I'm just like, hey, Kareos, Willow, Cactus, somebody, I'm gonna need help here, and just take off my leg too and put it in my back.
Good.
I can lift you.
Thanks. I can't pop my eye out.
No.
Oh no, there's two of you. There's too many Caxos.
So I have,
I don't
I have half my limbs in my backpack.
know what I did.
You just like riding on Caxos's tail.
I mean, I'm pretty big, so you can pretty much hold on in between a little bit of the carpet, and
I thought Cactus.
it's not comfortable, but
Cactus was giving me a bridal carry.
Oh.
I cannot because I'm missing one of my limbs, so I kind of need one arm to compensate.
If you want a bridal carry, I can take care of that.
Actually, yes, please.
Okay.
Will you hand me off to the explosive boy, please?
I love it. All right. So everyone should be transitioned into the new map right now. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a reminder.
Oh shit! Yeah, you can definitely carry me.
Okay. So to your north, you see a listing for the nanodock. It's what? Oh, sorry. The green cross kind of clues you in that this might be the place to get some healing done. And there's also a Grafton Bodyworks extension out of this office, so you can get some medical attention seen to about that arm. To the right, you'll notice there are some Hollow VR Hollow Entertainment suites. The less said about that, the better. To your
I'm
right,
looking at Kareos like, I'm gonna need you to take me there while my limbs are getting checked out.
yeah, to your right is a long corridor that suggests there might be some more stuff way on down that way.
So,
Well, Dr. Boucher, I think we need to take you.
I think I need to go to see a doctor more qualified than myself. Willow, would you like to come with?
Sure.
Cool. Because I don't know. Well, I'm asking you to come along because one of us, myself and Chris, may have to go do coalition business at some point or whatever at any point in time. And, I just want to make sure I'm not left here, without a hand.
Got it.
Or like,
Luckily for you,
Or
I got
like-
two. Luckily for you, I got two of each.
All right.
All right. So as you all enter the nanodock suite, you are greeted by some very kind of like soothing, sort of peaceful, like soft chanting music almost, which I will cue up here in a second.
Practical.
Okay. Right.
It's like a mechanics workshop.
No, it just wouldn't queue up.
Ah.
Okay, so behind the desk, there flickers to life a hard light construct of a gorilla in a lab coat. And it looks at you kind of speculatively over completely unnecessary hard light spectacles. And you see on the desk in front of you is the name Dr. Go, G-A-W-X, Rilla.
Do I know this man?
You do not.
Ah, damn it. Okay.
You do not know this hard light construct. This one is new to you.
Okay.
Rose, you didn't name him Grog.
No, that's the bartender.
Gorilla Grog. Anyways.
Yeah. So what can I do for you?
Dr. Go,
Please, Dr. Rilla.
Dr. Bella. My name is Dr. Boucher, and I came here to get checked for N-virus. I don't know if you could probably tell parts of me are mechanical, so I'm a bit worried about that. I have my arm and leg, my backpack, and I might need my eye checked out as well.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, if you would please go sit in the observation room down there.
Onward.
I'll be right with you. And he'll blink out for a second.
Carry now.
Wait, should you be carrying me?
It's probably fine.
What could go wrong?
Will somebody without a mechanical body carry me? I don't want to spread this.
Willow walks up and offers her hands, like just drop her in here, kind of just bridal style, just drop her in here.
Look, if you're not worried about that, I won't be worried about it. But I'm worried about it.
Kala, in the meantime, is going to go exploring to find the first person she can talk to about recharging the damn ship.
It's not like
Right.
explosives or anything.
So, okay. Yes, cutting away from the bridal carry shenanigans.
The rom-com.
This is all I wanted.
Yeah. So, hold on. I've gone and lost Kala.
I'm still near the teleporter.
Okay. So, yeah, that door is not sealed or secured. It doesn't need a hack or anything. It'll open as soon as you approach it.
I just didn't know if that was the direction I needed to head to find said.
Yeah, that's the only other direction, really, besides the hollow suites, and that doesn't seem like it's going to get you anywhere either.
Kind of figured, but I didn't want to assume. So.
Correct. So, yeah, the door opens up, and you see the just a long-ass hallway beyond, but you can hear, off in the distance, you can hear there's rather more chatter as people are kind of trying to get things set up. Please excuse the lack of NPCs here, though. I didn't actually have time to put everybody in place.
They're hollow NPCs. It's fine.
Well, basically, the staff here are all kind of lying deactivated on the floor. This whole floor used to be run by Vect and multifunction automatons. The amoeboids here really made the most out of their automation, and so there were quite a lot of victims of the virus that swept through here. You think Envy has been very busy in this place before you got here.
Do I see anything in that little side room?
I'm going to turn that main volume down. That's a little high. That's better. Okay, so let me get back to my map now. Yeah, the door to your left looks like an elevator, but it's still on lockdown.
I was hoping it was some sort of storage unit.
No, it's just a lift, but it's currently still deactivated while they finish purging the rest of the thing. Seraph was able to grant you direct access because he's got the keys to everything.
Lovely. Snag those.
Yeah, so you see at the center of the room here, kind of like a hard light, almost like a water feature, but it's a light feature. It just kind of dances and spins and things, but it also has a ring of informational text that kind of scrolls around. It indicates that to the north is the Arboretum and Garden. To the east is... To the east is the garage and offices of the Sepulchre Knights towing service Fly-by-Night.
Please tell me it's spelled K-N-I-G-H-T.
It sure is. Yeah, and to the south lies spells and shells, arms and armaments, and magical items. Or magitech items, as the case may be.
Ooh. Tempting. Very tempting, but my priority is on the ship. It'll probably take them some time to recharge. And meanwhile, I can go to...
Okay, so cutting back to the medic wing, have y'all gone on... Yeah, okay, so Dr. Rilla appears in the isolation wing with you two, and basically waves a hand, and a large, like, scanning apparatus makes its appearance over Valerie and just sort of swipes up and down, almost.
Wait, I put my other limbs instead of my...
Oh no, it's you basically assemble yourself on the bed, right? Kind of like
Okay.
lay yourself. You're not attached to the things right now, but you're laid out in that structure.
They're just like down there, yeah.
Yeah, so it just zip zaps you, and a wall of data just appears on screen. One of the first things it returns is a conclusive negative on your in-virus infection.
Yay!
However, while it's doing the analysis of your arm, an advertisement pops up
God damn it.
for this nifty grappling cable arm.
I click it.
And virus.
I never said she was a smart woman.
Oh, well, that was easy. I didn't even have to do the hard sell at all. So, yeah, Dr. Rilla looks very pleased. We'll get to work on building that arm for you right away. And I've been advised by station security that your money's no good here. Okay, so that arm apparently will be on the house courtesy of station security.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Also, I'm receiving a message from Mr. Seraph. Everyone here has 2 credits down at the magic item shop if they wish to use them.
Nice.
Hmm.
Tell them we say thank you if you're able to reply back.
Tell your friends.
I
Sure we will.
hand Willow my data pad, which has his contact information. So I'm pretty sure I got his number last episode.
After he finishes relaying that information to you, he kind of like glitches and shakes his head a little bit and sighs heavily. It's like, I really hate when they take over my voice. They think just because I'm a hard light projection, they can just use me whenever they want. It's not fair, I tell you.
God, I'm getting flashbacks from.
You have a PhD, Dr. Rilla. You should really stand up for yourself more.
I have a pure hard light drive. That's what I have.
I mean,
Is this? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Practice getting a PhD.
I mean, I have one too, so I get that.
Anyway, so who
this-
is in need of actual recovery and healing?
I think all of us.
Okay.
Yeah, just scratches.
Just but a flesh wound, I say, standing there without 2 limbs, laying there.
Right.
God, I love that I was just kind of on the nice. I can take my arms off.
So about that, there's actually going to be like an armature that rises up off of the end of the bed, and as it reaches down, it boops you kind of like in the middle of the head, and it casts cure wounds at base level. So, let's see what your hit die is going to be for that.
I think it's like a D8 plus
Plus wisdom.
Wiz. Yeah.
Wisdom or what?
I should know it's the main spell.
Yeah, I think it's wisdom or charisma because don't bards get it too?
Well, yeah, it depends. I mean, it's
And paladin.
1d8 plus your
Both cast them
spellcasting
on.
modifier, yeah.
Okay. So you go ahead and heal for 8 damage.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Cool beans.
Anybody else?
Could use a little bit of a touch up.
Okay. Sit on the bed.
Hops up.
And you get a quick swipe scan, just assessing your condition to make sure you're not infected with anything either. There's a brief pause and a hiccup as it goes over your head, and there appears to be some kind of extra data in your neural mapping section, but it doesn't actually stop and register any kind of alarms. It's just an interesting footnote. And then it boops you.
As a medical doctor, I'm gonna just like take a mental note of that.
Or, yeah, 9.
Could use a touch up too. I fit on the bed.
You're a big boy.
Just lay on top. It's okay. Just sit in my lap, Kratos. It's fine.
Crunch.
I'll need another touch after this and make a new leg.
You're gonna need a new leg if I do that.
2 new legs.
Dr. Rilla sighs. Cold blue. Okay, so
Back up to full.
oh good, they've lifted the lockdown on level 4. Right then. So, big boy, how about having a seat there?
Willow hops off.
Okay.
Val just, like-
gestures to
Kira
Kira.
sits down. Yeah.
Val puts her leg on and just hops off and just grabs her other arm because she just wants to get out of Maria's way.
Yeah, the scanner takes its time kind of focusing on the main body part of you.
Mhm.
Why am I hearing this static?
Sounds like the welding sounds coming from Sirenscape.
Oh god, is that what it is?
I think so.
Oh boy, I'm gonna try it.
Dr. Rilla, do I need to leave this here while y'all work on the new one? Or is it an attachment to this one?
No. We'll dispose of the old one. It'll be fine.
Okay. Well, actually, would it be a good idea to keep it on hand? Just in case my
Well,
other
it's
one
not
goes?
infected or anything. You can keep using it while we're preparing the new one.
Okay,
Just check back here in an hour.
will do. I'll just put it in my backpack because I just don't care.
Okay. Anyway, so after the scan for you, Karos, it reaches out and pings you on the shoulder for 6.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, yep. Great. Well, thank you, thank you, Dr. Rilla, and I guess we'll be taking our leave for now.
My pleasure.
All right.
And he disappears.
Cool.
All right. So, Kala?
Yeah, I was gonna say, should we go find Kala?
Yeah, let's
Let's go find Kala. Yes.
Y'all can do that. In the meantime, Batman transition. Kala, you appear to be standing there in front of the door to Fly By Night. Are you going to try and go in, or are you just going to stand there and look at the door?
Well, I think it's obvious. I'm going to stand there and look at the door. It's a pretty
Okay.
door. No.
It stares back at you.
Yeah.
After a moment, it winks.
Lovely. It's the abyss. No. Yeah, during that time frame, I would definitely be trying to get in or rouse somebody to talk to about the fucking shit.
Mm-hmm. No, there's actually, a video intercom on the side of the wall panel right there next to the doorway.
Okay, I'll punch that up, ask for assistance.
Okay. The camera comes on, but there's nobody actually in the field of view of the camera. And you hear a crash and a swear and a piping female voice say, "Hold up!" And after a moment, a kind of frizzy red-headed halfling comes into view from bottom of frame. And she's looking up over the camera like, "Oof. Who's there?"
We were told by security you could help us recharge the ship so we can get on our way.
"Oh, you need a jump. Okay." And she cuts the feed and the door opens.
I guess I would go in.
I'm gonna have to get a placeholder for her though. I didn't have time to make a new art asset for her.
How
Or is it
tall
big?
is the halfling?
Half as tall.
Yeah, I was gonna say about yay high.
I only ask because I'm wondering if she even comes up to the top of my boots,
She comes up to the bottom of your belt.
even though I'm 7'2".
She's got big hair.
Okay.
I love that.
It's kind of a frizzy, red nest, right? Like it started her life as a messy bun, but it kind of just
Kind of
evolved.
Like a troll doll.
I mean, it's not quite so wild, but it's definitely not seen the business end of a hairbrush in a few moons. Also, she's got streaks of engine grease and exhaust dust and shit all over her hands. She's wearing what it looks like if coveralls were made by the clergy, right? They're very functional, they're very durable and hard wearing, but they're at the same time almost a little ornate and like ceremonial somehow. You want to make a religion check to see what you know about the Sepulchre Knights.
At this point,
I
we'll,
don't give a shit.
Oh,
At
okay.
this point, we'll probably join him. She'd be kind of interested.
I
Mhm.
figured you guys would still be in medical bay while I was doing this, since I would have been moving over with all of you in med bay. But,
This
Ah.
is a good point.
I mean, I
Well-
didn't think I was staring at the door that long.
Well, this isn't. This is even better. This is galactic healthcare, which is even better somehow than universal healthcare, and works at like a fraction of the time. Right then. So yes, this ginger halfling looks up at you and cracks a big toothy smile. Says, "Where you need to go?"
I forgot the name of the destination. I know we needed to get through another jump, and we needed to get through the Avi-Ra territories. What was the name of the planet we were headed toward?
Oh, you're asking the universe?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. You're on your way to the planet Fornax.
Okay. So yeah, I would just tell her, trying to get to Fornax in a hurry.
Ah. Well, we can get you at least part of the way there. I don't know if we can get. I usually don't travel more than 3 or 4 jumps outside of my home range.
We just need the jump. I need to get out of here as soon as possible.
All right. Hold on. Are you the ones that Seraph was talking about?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Do you have some friends out there?
Probably.
Well, do you or don't you?
I don't know if they're right outside the door, but
You see me waving my detached arm at the door.
So you like gonna sort of like peer around Kala and like. Yep. Okay.
I'm a medical professional.
All right. Look, I need some time to go ahead and get the paperwork processed, but I'm told this one's on the house. So, look, just go meet me at your ship in about an hour and a half.
hour and a half on it.
All right. I got the shipping. I got the docking bay number from Seraph earlier. We'll see you there.
Camera. Yes, camera. Can you block it for a second?
She clambers back into the chair that for some reason is not halfling sized, and she'll punch up the intercom as you're heading out, and she'll holler. And she'll like, "Blue Scale, gotta make a run!" And you'll hear what sounds probably like a dragonborn voice in the back, calling out, "All right!"
Mechanics will be mechanics.
Mechanics just
Mechanics and a mechanic.
So do I meet everybody out near the electrical fountain?
They all appear to be there.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, you
going-
see, I wanted to make another stop, but no. We'll save that for later.
Yeah, so I'm going to immediately start heading towards the spells and shells because one, I already know of some. I already know that I want to do a shopping spree here of my own accord. I figure you guys would probably want to spend some time in here too, so I just kind of point in the.
I'll go with.
Actually,
Yep.
I
Well,
do want
like
to ask if Kaz is okay.
I look pretty much the same as before, tired and with big cuts in my shell and stuff, but
But you
That's
look like you're walking just fine.
smile on the face.
Wait, you didn't get healed?
You know
Oh,
the doctor
shit.
could have
No.
passed you on.
I was
When
gonna
I
say.
saw the holographic doctor, I didn't step in.
Oh right.
Oh,
yeah,
wait. Caxos, come here, love. Caxos,
I'm
love.
fine.
Like, I like. Jesse, rule this however you want, but I want to do this just for flavor right now.
Mm.
I use my detached arm, put the hand of it on Caxos, and cast your wounds.
It is touch.
The weirdest wand
but
I've ever seen.
I'm not going to let you get away with having
I
reach
don't-
as
I don't want to
Any
do that
mechanical
mechanically
circumstance.
later. I just want to do it flavorfully for now.
no, that's all fine.
You're
Okay.
giving me a heavy Buzz
all.
Lightyear. Just chuck an arm when somebody.
Years of academy training wasted.
You see that? I am Mrs. Nesbit.
So wait, cure wounds is 1d8 plus spellcasting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1d8 plus. Does that include proficiency bonus or just spellcasting?
Also, who gets 10?
Oh yeah. You get 6 HP. I'm sorry.
I feel better.
All right. So, yeah, as you walk into the spells and shells, you hear kind of like a chiming noise go off overhead. Probably as a result of like a door sensor or something. And you see a human in like a lot of body armor come out from the back, and you see he's got a very large sized pistol shaped blaster on one hip, and for some reason he's wearing his helmet and visor indoors.
I like him.
Can I help you?
So Kala's gonna. Is he in front of a workbench or anything?
Well, there's a desk in the corner, but like behind him is just there's a doorway, right?
Okay.
It's you can't really tell from this angle what's in there, but there's a thicker doorway, also like to your south relative to the map.
Yeah.
And then another smaller like office kind of environment behind you.
Okay. I was gonna do something thematic, but it wouldn't work without some type of counter. Yeah, looking for merchandise.
Oh, you boys and girls must have been the one that Sarah said was come through town. Well, all right then. I'm told you get one burning item and one keeping item. So let's go on in here and see what we can get for you. And he's just going to walk over to the door and key in a very lengthy series of password.
Can I record this
doors-
with my eye?
The door slides open, and he walks inside, and you see there's like 3 gigantic crates just full of stuff. And everyone, you've already given me your list for your magic items, and if you haven't, then I need those. But I'm pretty sure everyone's gotten back to me what you were looking for. Caxos, you notice behind one of these big crates in the back over here, against all reason, there is a door. Like I don't mean like a sliding pocket Star Trek door. I mean like a door with a knob and glass panes and things. Back. Well, when you were standing in here.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, you notice when you like in the corner, kind of out of the corner of your eye, you notice like right back here that there was a door in the wall where no door has any business being.
I may peek if it's open.
It looks very well. It looks kind of familiar. You may have seen a door like this once before on Kemet. It's kind of old-fashioned. It's made of wood. It's got glass window panes and bright brass handle.
That's a door I can relate to. I will open it.
Okay. You hear the tinkle of a bell overhead, and the smell of candle wax, old books, and leather kind of waft over you. And
Can we see this
That's the
happening?
technology I'm talking about.
you see a shock of white hair peeking out over a very tall counter.
Snickle socks.
Yeah. And hey, you found your way back! Well done!
At the note of this, like I'm gonna bolt over there because
Yeah.
I remember buying something last time and not picking it up before I left the store.
Yeah.
Oh, I know you.
Hey, it's good to see you guys again. Not many people through this town. It's been a long week.
Did you move your shop?
Oh, I move all the time. That's how you gotta
Impressive.
stay in business. You gotta go where the money is. This
Fair.
time wasn't as good as most, but you know. How have you been? What is up? You gotta tell me all your stories. Come on.
Not much. But tracking
He's gonna like busy you along and like bustle you into the shop and like, come on.
Did we tell you about the mummy?
I think we the mummies happened afterwards.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, the mummies happened afterwards.
Yeah, the mummies have it afterwards. Yeah.
After, yeah.
So we fought some. We went to some ruins, fought some mummies, and Will is just gonna give him the rundown of what we've been up to, with keeping some parts discreet, mostly the military stuff.
I let a strange cat man operate on my eyeball.
That doesn't sound very safe. In any event, while you're here,
He says that to a woman.
so I heard from the station manager about what you guys did here just a few minutes ago. So that was fun. Good job. You, the big buggy boy.
That's me.
I got something here for you.
Ooh.
And he's gonna like rummage around in the back, and he's gonna pull out like this tatty ass like leather cloak, right? And it's humongous. It looks like a giant oilcloth or something, but it's also got like that definite pre-owned feel to it.
It's a cloak of protection. Your big buggy butt would love it.
And he just kind of like climbs up on a step ladder and like throws it over your shoulders. And I mean, in all honesty, it looks pretty swell.
Oh, it looks good and it feels very useful. Thank you very much. I'm sorry I didn't bring anything for you. I think it's a social.
No. This one was courtesy of the boss upstairs.
I mean, at least let me give you my leg, because
I'm sure this will make a fine lampstand.
yeah.
I just sort of like get him on the down low, like I want to buy that leg later.
He like yeah,
daddy
when
ball,
everyone's
you can
like
cook it.
not looking, he kind of like hucks it over his shoulder, like behind the desk.
No, guys.
I'm gonna pass him a note, just like how much for the leg.
It's a kickstand.
Oh God, do they call him tripod right now?
Yeah,
I don't know if you do, but I do.
Right then.
So yeah, it's good to see everybody. You know, it's been a rough week for me too. So I think
what happened?
Oh well, it's been slow business around here. But you know, I get some help from your boss upstairs. What's it, Seraph?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, he sends business my way sometimes. He likes those old school spell scrolls. You know, the ones that made out of parchment. I think he's a little bit of a history nut.
Yeah, no, everyone is using all these teleportation devices and nuclear things that make lights, and I don't like it. I like magic. Magic is.
I know what you mean. But you know, while we're here, everybody, let me stamp your cards.
All right.
I have mine
Yeah.
already. I keep it in my wallet.
Side note: Kala did not step through that door. She is still dealing with the human. She
Okay.
has yet to meet Snicklesock.
I love how you're fighting it.
I mean, actually, I will yell at Gala like, Gala, look who's here.
Kala, come here!
Gala, you gotta see this.
Throw my arm. No.
What?
It's magic. I missed it so much.
What in tarnation? And like you hear the human shop owner like kind of bustling in here. Like, God damn it! I told you to get out of my shop. You can't set up in this window. You got to space down in A45. Get out of here. And Snicklesocks is gonna have like the grace to look at least mildly ashamed.
Okay, I guess I gotta go.
I don't think he's actually ashamed.
I'll see you guys later, okay?
Wait, did you sneak your shop inside this space station without anyone knowing?
No, I sure didn't.
Hey, Snickle Socks. You remember
You're
that
awesome,
thing?
dude.
You remember that thing I bought from you last time? And asked you to hold on to it?
He does, but the universe does not.
Ah, well, then I'm glad that he remembers that I bought the, it's a reference, I forget exactly the description, but I know what it is. It's the Belt of Orion from,
Men in Black.
Men in Black. Except it's like on a necklace, like a
Like a trinket, right?
yeah.
It was one of the
It's that trinket. It's the trinket that's got the mini universe on a necklace. that Willow was looking at, that Val was just like, hey.
Right. Yeah. 1 second.
And he's gonna like dive behind the counter again, and you hear just an almighty crash and like a cat screaming and something that sounds like maybe it might be a motor. And then there's one very final clank, and he pops up again, and like he's got his hands kind of in his pockets almost. And as he brushes past you, Val, you suddenly notice that your pocket feels just a little heavier.
I like this guy.
Anyway, I gotta get out of here, but y'all have been great. It's good to see you again. Stay alive, okay? It's rough out there.
You too, Snickle Socks.
Yeah.
Bye.
Definitely gotta keep alive. Gotta get the rest of these things punched, and she holds up her little punch card.
Oh shit! Yeah.
And he just grabs and just stabs. And now there's like 4 socks in here.
Hell yes.
Yes.
Wait, so there's 4 more hole punches, or
No, there's a
just
total of 4. There's a total of 4 punch now, out of
Okay,
apparently 20.
Cool beans.
cool. 4 more punches
Alright,
on the
well-
card.
Yeah, so he bustles everyone out the door and slams the door behind you, and this time there's like a little, like an actually audible pop as the door ceases to exist in the wall. And the human shopkeeper of Spells and Shells kind of just grouses and grumbles and goes back to looking at the stock with Kala.
One day you have to actually meet this guy, Cal. He's a character.
He's a pain in my ass.
That sounds accurate.
Speaking of pains, you wouldn't happen to have any healing ointment around here, would you? Or any sort of like just reconstructive.
Ah,
biological-
you want some first aid? Hang on a minute, I got you.
You got me.
Yeah. So he's gonna bustle around down here in the bottom chest, and he'll come up with. It looks like a very large tube of like ointment almost. The legend of it says Amneon, Amneon, in like hot pink letters across the front.
Beautiful.
The overleaf, it has the descriptor of your ointment that you asked for.
Right. I assume I need to roll for the charges.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. 1d4 plus 1, I believe.
All right. Sorry. Let's hope I get a good amount of charges. Wait. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I got 4 charges.
Nice.
I'm noting that in my treasures.
Okay. All right. So that's 1. Something you else? Anybody else want something? I can
Willow's
speak. I
good.
promise.
Do us. Go ahead.
Willow's gonna look up and is like, "You got anything that'll help me be a little bit faster on the draw?" And she just gestures to her setup on her belt of her 2 blasters and the 2 laser short swords.
What you working here with? Some swarm pistols, looks like?
Yep. Shows them.
Why, sure. We got some nice quick draw holsters up here. Here, I'll get you one.
Thank you very kindly.
And he does find you a really nice low slung model, some black patent leather. It's got the hip strap and it's got the thigh strap and a nice low groove cut in the front, so you can clear that holster really quick with the barrel.
Excellent. Definitely think that's much obliged, sir. Oh,
Now you be careful with this. 2 of these on your hips, and you'll be even more dangerous than Snickle Socks' breath over there.
We'll take your word for it, friend.
You can't really tell, but like his demeanor, it suggests that he might be trying to flirt. But it's hard to flirt when you can't make eye contact.
Right. Can't really see it. Yeah. He's like,
No.
one more thing. Got any special grenades, like magical ones?
Well, now hold on a second. I think I may have confiscated some contraband from a shipment of drow that came through here. Oh yeah, here we are. He comes up with a very spider-like looking grenade. This here, it's about a 20-foot square web.
Nice.
It'll last you about a minute. Careful you don't light it on fire though, unless you really just don't like the person.
I can use this. I can take this one too. Sure, just like bounces a little bit in her hand, playfully. Just looks over. Really nice design work. Does the design work look like belongs to like any specific sort of like weaponsmith or weapon models, anything like that?
This like just looking at the grenade, you can tell this is of the sort of pull pin and throw variety. It does not necessarily go in a gun.
Right.
So,
Does it look like it was like because it's a spell grenade? Does it look like it was made by? There's like there any like markings to denote
It's-
the caster made this?
you don't see a maker's mark that you understand. But, well, I don't know. Do you speak Elvish? That on your languages?
speak
That's my last character.
Common, Elvish, Thieves' Cant, and Orcish. So I
Okay.
do speak Elvish.
All right. So you would recognize that this actually was originally manufactured for a Drow Spec Forces unit. How it wound up on this small station is honestly anybody's guess. But if his story is to be believed, then maybe it was a splinter group of rogue Drow that came through here and got caught.
Yeah. Willow's eyebrow kind of arcs at that. He's like, man, Spec Ops great. Nice stuff.
To me, like somebody tried the black market and got caught with one of their items.
Probably.
Well, the bird brains don't take too kindly to the elves in their system, you know.
From what I've heard, they don't take too kindly to much nobody in their systems.
Well, now that's not true. They're certainly kind enough to most folk who don't try to fuck with them. But, moving on.
Do I see the item that I was looking for?
Repeat what you were looking for.
Bracer of shield. The hard light shield.
Oh, yes. Yeah, you do find the attachment for the shield energy shield bracer. Oh, yeah. Good eye. Those are fun.
And
And he's gonna pop. He actually has one of his own mounted on his arm, and he'll just pop it open for you just to kind of demonstrate the effect. So basically, when he shakes his wrist, this kind of, I don't know, I would say saucer-sized disc lifts up off of the arm and rotates rapidly and emits a broad red, in this case, red-colored energy shield out to the radius of like a full natural shield. And then he'll pop it back down. They come in handy.
would it be possible that if I put it directly onto my arm that it's an immediate latch? Like it just immediately sits perfectly on the arm?
Well, I mean, we can get it fitted to your cyber arm there, but it's still gonna take you an hour to attune to it.
I was asking that out of character. That's perfectly fine. Instead of like setting for a tattoo.
All right, then. I'll see you up in the fitting room.
Also looking for parts for tinkering. Got anything?
Tinkering? What kind of tinkering you trying to do?
Okay, this is what I wanted to do earlier, except I wanted to set them both down on a counter, just thematically as possible. I'm going to show him the rifle and the blaster. Say I want this, holding up the blaster, to shoot like this, and holds up the rifle.
Oh, all right. Well,
I could do most of the modifications myself, I just need some parts.
I dare say you will. Yeah, I reckon. Hang on a second, and he's gonna go.
He's gonna distort time and space as we know it.
Yeah.
Snickle Socks is trying to come back.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. No, but he does. He does in fact go back into the back room where Snickle was hiding out, and it's kind of like the junk drawer back here. You can see there's a lot of older blaster parts, a couple of decommissioned weapons, some things that are maybe not entirely complete in their assembly. But he does kind of pick out a few arcane odds and ends, kind of like shoves them in a cardboard box and says, I don't know if these will help, but you're welcome to them.
I'll take it.
Oh, I forgot I have one more thing I wanted to check out. This is just personal shopping. You wouldn't happen to have any med kits here, would you?
Your med kits. So,
Med
like,
kits.
oh yeah, sure. We got lots of them. Red box over there. You can take one.
All right. How much are they?
Well, they're going to be the same price as a standard potion of healing.
which is not an item I know the price off the top of my head.
50 gold, I think.
Wait, 50 gold?
50 gold for a standard potion of healing.
Yes.
No, no, I'm not looking for. No, I'm looking for healer's kit. My bad.
kits?
The
Oh,
healer's kit.
healer's kit. Oh,
Oh,
Alright,
and
it's like I think that's like 10 gold.
yeah, that's
It's
much
5.
cheaper. Than,
It's-
Yeah.
this
but
is
yes,
5, but
that is still available. It's over in the camping goods.
okay. So is it 5 or is it 10?
It's in the survival section.
No. Is
5.
It's just
How
10.
gold?
It's just
It's
10
5.
gold.
I just check it's 5 gold.
5 gold?
5 gold?
5 gold.
Perfect, because I have 9 gold. Yeah, I will grab one. I'll grab one of those, and I'll walk over to Willow. Oh, actually, I'll grab 2 of those. I'll walk over to Willow. So, dinosaur band-aids or laser knights band-aids?
I give you the hard questions there, Doc.
I mean,
You know,
I don't know. I'm leaning towards dinosaurs, but I mean, laser knights is also pretty.
I was gonna say everybody loves dinosaurs.
Everybody
Who
loves
doesn't like a giant fuck off lizard?
Who doesn't? So I put the other one back and just, I walk to the counter and I buy this $5 pack of dinosaur band-aids.
I was also gonna say, as that's happening, Will's gonna look over to Kala's with her box of scraps, and this is the first time she notices Zazu. She's like, "Did you always have him?" He points at is Zazu on Kala's shoulder, I'm guessing.
Yeah, he's always perched on her shoulder.
She just goes, "Did you always have that?"
No, recently made him.
It's pretty cool.
Does he have a name?
Zazu.
Nice.
Zazu.
So, yeah, the fellow in the armor who has not even given his name to you yet, rude ass bastard.
I assumed he was wearing a name tag.
I don't care. Doesn't care about his name. She wants the parts.
I just picture the Doom guy.
Will's been kind of distracted by the fact that they met the apparently dimension hopping gnome again.
All gnomes are dimension hoppers.
Yes. So, he'll turn to regard Karos, who I understand is AFK right now.
Yes.
And end up finishing up. Oh, there she is. Speak of the devil.
We were just getting to you. I just bought him that kit for like $5 if you want to buy me.
So yeah, just to catch you up, the Doom guy looking shop vendor is asking you what you would like for your equipment out of his shop.
What do you have that has the biggest boom?
Big booms, you say? I think I got some arcane charges left in here. Hang on a minute. And he's gonna rummage away way back in the black box. Here, I think this might be a help. And let's see, what was it you said you had in your kit?
The
headband and
the zip gun.
the zip gun. Yeah.
It's the big boom.
Big
I
boom.
was thinking of a different big boom.
No, I didn't go with that because that's suicidal.
I think it would be more in character though.
Yeah. So what he comes out with, it doesn't really favor a gun so much. It kind of looks like an old radio antenna almost. It's kind of long and it's got a dish on the end of it, but it's also got, curiously enough, a lever, like a lever action stock on it, right? So it looks like this kind of weird melding of old versus new versus scrapyard. But
An orc made it.
well, no, it's just it's inelegant is what it is, but it's very far. You can tell the barrel is kind of longish and lined with capacitors, right? Like banks and banks and banks on banks, right? So yeah, he holds it out and says, "Line it up, crank the handle, and pray that you don't have any friends downrange."
Great.
Perfect.
Never mind, this is extremely in character.
Willow has like a little sweat drop appear on her head, and her eyes just dart towards Carol's at the corner of her eye is a little bit paler blue. Just a little bit paler blue to the face.
I'm not gonna point at you.
I'm
Correa
just
says as he's holding it and just pointing it.
Val is just like kidding Candy Shop excited over putting explosives in the hand of Correos. Or something dangerous in Correos' hands.
Yeah. So, speaking of Correos and hands, you notice as you reach out to take the weird ass zip gun from him, that tied around your wrist on the armor, in what looks like necktie fashion almost, is a strangely like shimmering scrap of fabric. It's kind of flapping in the breeze, and there's like a little white paper tag on the very end of it, kind of spinning around almost like a windsock. If you have the occasion to read it.
Yeah, I take a look at the tag.
It says,
It's a perfect fit. Love us.
and you'll see like a little doodle of this just wild-haired gnome just with a smiley face.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So you now have tied around your wrist a headband of intellect.
Wonderful. Is it long enough to actually fit around the dome, or do I have to?
I just part of me wants to say that you can tie it off like a radio aerial, like right? Just let it flap in the breeze like an RC car antenna flag.
I had the mental image of just a emergency induction port sort of popping open, just slide it in there, and then just the octopus inside just puts it over the head.
I really want to. I do actually. I kind of want to see like.
The octopus inside is wearing
yes, the squid with like the drunken Japanese tie, right? Like sideways on your head.
Yes.
Kind of
like a Rambo kind of thing.
Yes,
perfect.
This is a look. This is a whole look. We're doing
great
this. You each get on that now. Oh god. Okay. So yeah. Well, I reckon if y'all need anything else, you know where to find us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we need to get you fitted for that prosthetic armor. Come on up here. And he's talking to you. So he'll bustle off over into the office.
You guys go ahead. I've got to sit and get this fitted.
Will just puts a hand out to the guy and goes, "Thank you for your time again, Mr. He's expecting his name.
Guy.
Just
call me Guy.
Guy. Sure thing, Guy. Thanks. Just gives him
Take
a
care.
firm handshake.
You make a strength saving throw.
Oh dear. I did this
I only have one spell slot left for a healing potion. Oh wait, no, I have it.
That's a 15.
You wince a little bit, but you manage to meet his iron-like grip with, if not equal, at least respectable amount of reciprocation. You don't lose any. Yeah, you don't lose any bones in your hand, but you notice that he definitely has more grip than a man of that size hand should.
Well, it just gives him a respectful nod.
So in here, Callie, you see there's like almost like an anvil and hammer sort of situation going on here. There's a big pneumatic press with a fair amount of like arcane circuitry and modding tools in here. It glows a little bit, kind of suggestive of a forge. Can you take that off, or do you need help?
Is there any type of chair she can roll over to just sit on?
Yeah, there's one on either side.
She pulls it up and just sets her arm, the mechanical arm, up on top of the workbench, or the anvil just sits there like it's a tattoo.
There's also desks to sit on. Anyway, so yeah, he'll set about getting you stitched together with that new piece of hardware. And everybody else, what are y'all doing?
I do have a question for him.
Yes.
Well, wait for everybody else to go first.
Okay.
I guess I just I pull up my little holo display and I check if it's about time for me to go check on my arm.
It's still a few minutes till. You might consider spending some time in the holo suite or checking out the arboretum.
Holos.
Willow walks down.
Oh, wait. Actually, I grab Willow's hand and I run the holo suite.
Okay, we're going.
Oh my.
She's like, oh, okay, we're going. So you just like grab her like mid sentence where she's just like flexing her hand, going, damn, I bet it works. That back to him. Respect the guy on his side. So, okay.
Okay.
I grab Korea's too. What?
Whoa.
Oh,
No, wait. The dock's across the hall.
I don't need the dock for anything.
Oh yeah, never mind. You don't need to go with me to. Okay.
All right. So are you actually rushing off to the hall suites, or what are you doing?
You're actually rushing off the hall suite.
You know what? Sure. Yeah. I scoop Will up and let's go.
Yeah, Willow's just along for the ride at this point.
I'm assuming Kaz is effectively standing by near, waiting for Kala.
Yeah, I mean, I actually will. Yeah, walk around a little bit and ask if I see someone about. I mean, is there a restaurant somewhere I can eat something? Because I mean, I really appreciate the gifts as payment, but I'm hungry.
You need sugar.
You just had your leg there and you gave it away.
It's already like a small leg. It's already dingling, making the walking motion.
The one you tore off is gonna be eating it.
So it's like Deadpool baby hand kind of right.
Yeah, exactly. It's
So, by happy coincidence, you do find, in fact, one of the gardeners. It's a young druid, near human. You think probably Simeon, if you were to actually try and do a check. She kind of looks like a golden tamarin in the face. She's over there working in the arboretum, and she looks at you, and she says, sugar water, right?
Yeah, and something for my friend. She's a mammal, I think, from the feline category.
yeah.
I don't know. It's either a feline or a canine. I always feel like super worried to ask her if she like feels.
Well, I don't know about
sapien.
them, but we have some really nice big flowers that are in bloom right now. If you want to come back, they give hella sap. You should try it.
Wow, that sounds something I would like to lick. Yeah.
Yeah. So she leads you kind of back into the arboretum, and it's actually like a pocket space dimension, set up against the wall with it's like a big curated garden of all kind of like just exotic extraplanetary plants. So there are plants that try to lick you back. There are plants that sing. There are plants that stink. There are plants that smell objectively good, no matter what you're doing. It smells like whatever you like best. It's a psychic plant.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. And she leads you presently to this one that it looks kind of like a giant pitcher plant, but it's got like fingers almost that are actively oozing this sap, this nectar, I guess. And it makes your stomach growl.
Oh.
So you would be able to eat to repletion here on this, and just take a short rest here if you wish to.
Yeah. And when I go back, I will try to grab a couple. Is there like fruit trees?
There are a couple of fruit trees here. Whether they'll be edible for your friend is another question. But as long as she's not a complete obligate carnivore, I think it'll be okay.
Is there someone to ask?
Well, there's just the botanist here, and they don't really know about leonine physiology. So you might want to ask Dr. Rilla if you go back over there, but I don't think Caxos likes talking to the AI, so.
You could ask the leonine.
Yeah, that would be an option.
Or
You could
the
actually
doc.
ask the person.
Or
Or
I'll
the
grab one
literal,
of. I'll grab
or
one
the
of
literal
each.
physician in your party.
I mean, I'm wise enough, I think.
Probably.
I think so.
Yeah, I should.
think
I'm a
you are.
paladin. I'll grab one of each and bring it to Gala.
So there's one of the fruits you grab is like this jeweled melon, right? It's big and round, and it's melon shaped, right? But the exterior is covered in like a shiny crystalline exterior, like somebody rolled it in rock candy almost. It's not sugary; it's actually just really fucking hard, like rind, but it's like rock hard rind. So it takes like an actual hammer to get into. It's like a growing like a tree geode almost. Yes. Triode. It's a triode.
I like this.
The other one appears in the form of this giant. It looks almost like a giant raspberry, but each like blister, I guess, each piece of the raspberry, it's the size of an apple, and the juice contents for all the world appear like blood, like actual like mammalian blood, right? It's red and it smells slightly metallic.
That's it. That seems up.
I think
alley.
that definitely seems up Callous Alley.
Yeah.
I'm not there. I'm just saying this out of character.
No, you're right.
I'm thinking about Dr. Busher saying that.
You thought right.
So yeah, apparently this strain of raspberry was cultivated by a planet where vampirism, basically the whole planet was colonized by vampires. Their sun here is so weak that they can go out at the perpetual twilight and never die, but it also makes it hard to sustain livestock, so they engineered a blood blister raspberry.
In Barovia 5.
We don't go there anymore.
Since the population randomly regenerated.
Emperor Strahd's just an asshole and the entire system's under quarantine.
Versus the Emperor.
Honestly, given this day and age, it's probably a good thing they're under quarantine.
So,
Yeah, a lot of empires coming around.
do I have a chance to ask Guy a question or two?
Yes.
Okay, while he's sitting there grafting the shield onto her arm, she's gonna say, no, she's probably gonna say it pretty bluntly. I'm in need of extra credits. Do you have any shipments that you need to make off the records?
Oh. Well, now don't tell nobody. But I got about 50 kilos of pure, uncut tricane that I'm trying to move, and I haven't been able to find a buyer in weeks. Can't nobody handle that shit on this thing. Nobody likes to do that stuff. All the blobs and robots.
I can move it. If you find a seller, I can drop it.
Where are you headed?
I can't remember the fucking planet's name. What's the name?
Fornax.
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 Headed to Fornax as quick as you can.
So you're headed down Galaxy Turnwise. I think I might know somebody who can lift this. It'll be tricky to get a hold of them, though.
Tricky.
What time are y'all shipping out?
As soon as they get us charged, get to our cargo.
I'll see what I can do.
And he'll finish up buttoning your shield bracer on.
Obviously, I'm going to test it as soon as I can.
Sounds like we better get the getting while it's good.
Indeed.
All right, then. Go on, get out of here. It's ready. Have fun with your new toy.
I do have a question out of character. Is the shield a specific shape, or do I get to effectively choose what it looks like?
I mean, you can set the customization options here while you're getting it fitted on.
Because I don't know exactly what I'd want it to be. Just
Well, you can leave it undefined
Okay.
in the universe until you have an occasion to use it. But you would have been setting the presets for it while you were getting it fitted.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, I will grab my box of parts and start headed to the ship.
So we're actually.
All right. So Yeah, you'll get a system ping from the station communication, Valerie, that your prosthetic is ready for pickup and fitting over in the Hollow Suite.
Okay.
Well, not the Hollow Suite, over in the Nanodock.
No, I was in the Hollow Suite.
No, I know you were. It's worth noting that another holographic gorilla in a lab coat appeared in the Hollow Suite, but was quickly blown past as you rushed through with your friend in tow. I'm going to let you all decide what program you wanted to feed the Hollow Suite.
Honestly, it was just a grassland safari, and she just wanted to sit on a simulated savanna and just watch animals in their natural habitat.
That is just disgustingly pure, and I love it.
What, you thought he was gonna do lewd stuff? Come on. That is exactly something I would do personally, but I am not Boucher. Boucher is a different person.
I was going to say, you left out of there with Willow in a big-ass hurry. So.
That's actually dependent on what you're looking at on the savannah, because there's probably a lot of the...
God damn it. Not that savannah. No, actually, I fed it some of my own memory from my own memory bank and recordings so that I could show Willow some really cool animals that I've seen.
Oh, we like that.
Willow's just gonna be taking an install and just like marveling at some of this and like, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
You tag all these?
Yeah, I tagged them all, and oh, you see that little cluster of pixels out there? They're about 7 clicks out. That was a man by the name of Obadiah, and if I fast forward a little bit, you'll see a few pixels go up when I popped him. He was out there hunting without a permit, trying to kill some of these animals.
Ah, so scumbag.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Good shot.
Thanks.
In the distance, a red spring.
and a Wilhelm.
No, that comes like 30 seconds later because you have to allow for travel time of sound.
Right.
Oh, shoot. Looks like my arm's ready. Want to go head up?
Sure thing.
Yeah.
Get you fitted out.
All right.
As the simulation closes around you, the hollow gorilla appears with like a mop and bucket, like in the hard light projection, and he looks around. And he looks at you two, and as you're walking out of the door, he sinks to his knees in gratitude and drops the bucket and mop. And you go out of sight. As you arrive in the Nanodock suite, you see possibly the same gorilla, maybe another one, we don't know, behind the desk, and he'll bustle on over to the surgical suite, which is on the other side. Not the isolation chamber, but the other room. There's 2 beds here, and a set of like medical grade fitting tools for grafts here, and your new arm shiny on a tray.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so he'll go ahead and make sure that everything gets fitted up correctly and all the connections line up like they need to, and he'll get you under your way. Meanwhile, Kala, as you head back to the ship, you
30 seconds, we're gonna wait for Anna.
Okay. Hi, Greg. Okay. Hi, Greg. I'm sorry, I just totally derailed my train of thought.
You're good.
I'm sorry.
Kala, as you head down to the ship, you notice like a small, like a handcart being pushed by a probe, like just like a drone, kind of like a levitating drone with just like 2 little arms, and it's pushing on a little hover cart. And it's moving fairly quickly. Like normally they move at a more deliberate pace, but this one seems to be kind of zippy. And it edges past you and starts carrying on down in the same direction as you're going in. can't help but wonder if maybe that crate looks a little familiar. Like maybe you saw it in Spells and Shells.
Ah, okay. I was wondering if it was carrying something valuable, but if that's what it was, then I just let it go on its way.
As you arrive at your ship, you notice that out through the window in the viewport, you can see that the access to the cargo bay has just finished closing, and the little drone kind of floats back into the airlock. And at that same time, down from the elevators comes that same halfling in the weirdly formal coveralls. So it's just you?
For now.
Well, where's the rest of your party? I thought we had to go.
We were waiting for everything to be done. Is the ship not charged yet?
Oh, I don't think you. No, I'm going to be having to go with you down to the next 2 miles. Come on aboard. And she's gonna wait for you to open up the door on the ship.
Guess I will go ahead and open the door. I mean, I'm heading in there anyways.
So here's the thing, hon. I'm gonna have to jump off the engine while you're making the jump, but I've got to be in the engine room to do it. So I'm gonna end up having to sit with you through the jumps, and then we'll get you as far as you can go. And she takes a quick look and punches up a few bits of data on the engineering console in the ship. Yep. So you've got about 2 more jumps left for the day until you got to let the engine cool off. I mean, she needs like 8 hours sleep just like the rest of us. Now, this is an actual mechanic in dark matter. There is a maximum of 4 jumps in a given long rest span. So you will be having to overnight in your next destination for like a long rest period. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So back to the rest of the gang. Has everybody concluded their business?
Like, yeah, I got my new arm. I tested out by like just shooting my hand to grab my other hand from across the room.
It clinks off of your other arm, but it does grapple onto the wall and like pull you towards it.
Well, all right. I mean, that's the intended function. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that kind of grappling arm.
Pick up my other one, and I thank Dr. Willow for for services, and I guess Willow and I head out. Unless Willow has other business she'd like to conclude here.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
All right. So everyone makes your way, back to the docking bay, and you meet up with Kala and your new halfling acquaintance who introduces herself. Sorry, I had her name right here. Ah, yes, Theora Comet Heel. She's actually a paladin of the Sepulchre of the 5th level. And she's very pleased to make all of your acquaintance. And she seems very bubbly and energetic, but she's also extremely focused on her work and not a whole lot for conversation. She's cheerful enough, though, when you do actually get her attention. As everybody makes their way towards the exit, though, you hear a clank and a skitter, and the Wizmo that you saw when you first landed comes like skittering out of the opposite ship, like on the other side of the docking ring from you guys, with some kind of an arcane technological component in their hand.
Wizmo, buddy!
Master!
Hey! Where's you been?
And he's gonna hold up to you.
I'll grab it, I guess.
It's actually more of a bundle of things. It's Go ahead and make me a technology check or an arcana check.
Oh.
Just her or us or everybody?
Anybody who's
Okay.
you all see this because like
It'd
you're
be
all sort of
20 plus
standing in the
2.
doorway like before you go in.
Okay, I'm gonna do that, and I'm also gonna roll for myself.
So that'd be a
17.
17 for me.
Okay.
Dirty 20 on Arcana.
Right.
18.
I'm holding whatever this is, unless if Wismo lets me hold it, I'm holding whatever this is.
An 18.
My one roll for
check.
myself
Oof.
this whole session.
So okay. Boom Squid, you think these are some delightful flowers.
Of course.
I love
And-
you so much.
Valerie, you love these flowers too. You just think this is the sweetest thing. Your little Wismo has brought you some magic crystal flowers. No, actually, you made a 15 on that save, didn't you? That was later. Okay, so you know what they
was
are.
actually that's
It's a
without.
17,
It's
yeah.
a 17 because I forgot to add my modifier.
Right on. So you actually recognize these as a form of kinetic stabilizer, similar to the kind that are found in the levitation rigs that house those void crystals that y'all stopped the heisting of.
Oh. So
And you see the hatch slam shut on the ship behind you, or the other ship across from yours. And alarm klaxons blare as they begin a very definitely unscheduled takeoff.
I don't think I can bounty hunters. I can use my bounty hunter ability to mark a whole ship. So,
No, you cannot. Sorry to say.
how far am I away from that ship that's blasting off?
Well, the airlock hatch is now shut, so that's not going to do you any good either.
No, I'm not trying to get on it.
No, well, my point being is that you're not within a movement of this turn before they get out. You hear like the engines kicking up and roaring, and at this proximity, they're going way too hard and loud, and it's practically deafening at this range. But out of the window, the viewport, where everybody can see like their ships docked. It's like at the airport where they're taxed, on the little terminals. You can see kind of like down the length of them. You see this ship like pulling back, and the umbilicus ripping away from the side of it, and it does an abrupt 180 and peels off. Like if it were on a road, it would be burning the rubber, DeLorean style. It's just gone hell for leather. And as it pulls out, you see a minute later. It must have engaged its dark matter drive literally as soon as they got away from the dock, because it would have taken this long to get a jump off. This is much too close, to be doing a warp jump normally in front of a maw.
Can I do
And
something?
it explodes spectacularly in a violent shower of like black and purple, like anti-light almost, and implodes on itself and winks out of existence.
Would I happen to know if the components that are now being held in the palm of their hands would have prevented that?
You think that go ahead and make an Arcana check for me.
Another one? Because I made a 20 on the first one to identify the parts.
Okay, yeah, all right. So we'll say that with that, you could have extrapolate based on what you saw. Like you've seen those stabilizers in the rigs on the void crystals that you stopped the heist of. It occurs to you that an unsecured void crystal during a dark matter jump goes boom. Goes boom a lot. And you know that several of them together go boom a lot.
Thank you, Wismo.
Did anybody have friends on that ship?
Not anymore.
No one that owed me money.
Okay, it's probably not important. I go about my business.
You do see, however, a couple of security knights, like Knights of the Sepulchre, that have arrived since the invasion started, and they were able to resecure access to the gates. They started helping with the suppression of the other infected invect. There are two that run up and like stand at the window with you and kind of like watch that, and They look at each other. They look at you two. Well, all of y'all. They look at the Wismo. They look back at each other. They shrug, and they walk away.
Whatever happened, they're gone out of existence. There's no helping them. Why worry about it?
Well, it will come out later, since we're going to be stopping here for the night, that ship was the one that the robbers were attempting to escape on. And
How to put it together.
yeah, and they basically had the jig was up, and it was known that they were the one ship that was left to identify that hadn't yet been cataloged and accounted for. So they were trying to get out while the getting was good.
Mm-hmm.
And well,
And
your
paid for it.
mischievous little friend put paid to that plan.
Wismo, do you want to come with, or do you want to stay here?
Wismo! And he'll jump and like glom onto your leg again.
Aw.
You can hug me, Wismo. I pick up Wismo like a kid and hug him.
Keep him away from our stabilizers.
Yeah, keep him out of the engineering bay. He doesn't get to go anywhere near there.
You'll be in the med bay with me.
Will
Right.
just looks at him and goes, I don't know if we can stop them.
Another robot in the party.
I flip you the bird with my robot arm. My brand new robot arm.
And
So- Together now with your new little Wismo, you all board the hero's journey, undock from the Maw station, and engage your dark matter drive, warping through the Maw to parts unknown, and we'll stop there for the night.
Thanks.
Just steal a Wismo.
All right, everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and call the recording for the night. So we're gonna be doing these on YouTube. So if you want to do plugs, now is the time. Otherwise, I'll put them up in the end credits.
I got nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
Okay, it's fine.
Not off the top of my head.
All right. Then I'll put them up in post. All right. Let's go ahead.
Dark Matter is copyright Mage Hand Press. Check them out at mfov.magehandpress.com and back the Kickstarter for Dark Matter Starter Kit at kickstarter.com. Sound effects by Sirenscape Online, the premier solution for your virtual tabletop RPG sound effects needs. $22 every other month gets you access to Sirenscape's library of hundreds of curated music and sound effect packages. From swords to spells to starships, if you need sound, you need Sirenscape Online. Check them out at sirenscape.com. Snickle Socks, if you appeared today, appears courtesy of Ladies and Niches, creators of the Retroverse. Radical